Greetings my friends, and welcome to this Empire Total War Darth Mod faction vote video. And before we start my friends, the first thing I'm going to do is apologise, because the reason this video is sort of coming about right now is because the Scottish campaign I had on the Last Kingdom mod has unfortunately hit a technical glitch, which means that we cannot go any further with it. What's happened is I tried to load the game. I had the problem a while back, and I've been trying up to now. That's why it hasn't been sort of uploaded for a while. I've sort of hit this technical glitch where I'd load the save game in, and unfortunately, as soon as you got sort of attacked a certain city, which is where we were currently besieging at the moment, it would crash. It would crash straight back to the desktop. Now that's not a good sign, as many of you probably know. So what I did, I went back, and then I tried to sort of retrace my steps and try and do the same thing, and again it crashed. I even tried to besiege a different city, and it still crashed. It seems that when it gets to a certain turn number, on that turn number, no matter what you do, it always crashes. I don't know what the problem is. I've tried to look at some workarounds. I've tried to do different things, and unfortunately it just has not resolved the issue. Now I'm still going to try and keep it going, but rather than sort of let the thing just sort of die off and not say anything about it, I don't really want to do that. What I want to do is start a campaign for Empire, because touch wood, if Empire's a little bit more stable, Darth Maul's a little bit more stable. I want to be able to get a campaign up that's going to be able to run for a good amount of time, and fingers crossed that will happen with Empire. And also I've had a lot of requests for different campaigns with Empire, Sweden, France, Portugal, 13 colonies, Knights of St. John, a lot of sort of different requests. So instead of me deciding what I want to do, I'm going to leave it completely in your hands, my friends. This video is about what you want. Now what I'm going to do is, as before when I did with the Total War Warhammer faction vote, I'm going to put a link in the description, and that's going to be to a poll. Now that poll is going to have probably 10, maybe slightly more factions. Now in all, there's 36 factions available that you could choose from, that we haven't touched. So this is going to include, it's not going to include the British campaigns, it's not going to include the US campaigns, it's going to include the Mughal Empire one, it's not going to include the Russia one. So even if you take those out, there's 36 nations still left to choose from. But instead of getting you, my friends, to choose from 36, which would just be huge, there's a massive amount, everyone's got to scroll down and try and choose what they want. I'm going to limit it down to say 10, maybe even 12 sort of nations. There'll be the bigger nations, there'll be a few smaller ones in there. Now I know you're probably thinking, well, man, that's not a true reflection of it, but you sort of need to narrow that down so there's not a great, huge, massive list of nations. I'm taking a few of the smaller ones off: Inuits, some of the sort of Morocco, the Iroquois, Persia, and that sort of thing, because we are sort of with the Mughals, you're already in that position, and I wanted to give the major sort of nations, but also some of the other minor ones, but the sort of not major minor ones, but one major minor nations that you can you have a good sort of starting position, or maybe even a difficult starting position. I know for a fact that Knights of St. John don't start in a very good position, but that's a real challenge. The others, we can sort of, if one of the campaigns sort of ends, and we can probably start again. And what I'll do, I won't include these in it. I'll include the ones I don't include in this video. But anyway, that's my decision. I've sort of narrowed it down. I hope you understand why I've narrowed it down to those, but it does contain the major sort of, the big nations that we haven't covered so far. And it's also got a good portion as well of minor nations that'll definitely give a little bit of a different interest, as it were, into the campaign. But ultimately, it's going to be your decision. What happens in this campaign? Nation that is chosen is going to be entirely down to you, my friends. I will not have any say. I won't tell you which one I'd prefer, like I did with the Total Warhammer. I won't say anything. And the next time you'll hear about this will be when that campaign starts. And we've got the USA campaign to come up still. There's 4 episodes that I've promised for that, and I really want to do 4 episodes for that, because we're looking forward to that one. And there's also the Dwarven Total War Warhammer campaign as well to come up still. I've sort of put that behind sort of the Empire ones, and then after that will be when this one starts. So it might be next week, maybe the end of next week you might see this in the pipeline, because I'm going to give it a week. I'm going to let this poll run for a week, and then once that week is over, from whatever comes out top, that will be the one. You'll be able to choose one this time, my friends, just one nation this time. So one vote for per nation that you want. So I'm going to leave this down to you, my friends. Click on that link, click on the sort of the nation you want to see in this brand new campaign. It's completely and totally up to you, whatever you want to see, whatever whatever direction you want us to take. And also in the comments down below, if you tell me what you've chosen, but also if you've chosen that campaign, let me know what, if that campaign is chosen, how would you like to proceed with it? Maybe you've even fought that campaign already. Maybe give us some sort of some hints and tips on that, because there's a lot of these nations I have not played yet, and I know that many of you are very, very experienced commanders. So anyway, my friends, so just a quick short video to let you know what's happening. I'm now going to leave it entirely in your hands. This will now run for a week. I'll set this up to run this poll for a week, and after that week, then the next time you hear anything will be a brand new campaign, and that will be the winning nation, the nation that came obviously top of the polls. If there's a draw, then I will probably maybe take the sort of toss the coin myself. I'll probably toss a coin and see which one. I think that's probably the fairest. But anyway, friends, I hope good luck on choosing whatever you want, my friends, and whatever it is, we will run it. We'll have a great campaign, and as always, we will be there together on the battlefield fighting that campaign, my friends. I'd like to thank you all for your wonderful support, all your advice throughout all the campaigns, and especially this brand new one. But now, my friends, I leave it up to you. But until next time, my friends, bye for now.